Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely early morning in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming this morning with a short something, nothing long, just something short. Being so, when the Father spoke to me in the water this morning, when I was in the bathroom, uh, washing my face, and He said, "This is the time in which was spoken, which was prophesied about the scorpions." So there is something coming to represent the scorpions that is and have and will hit the earth in a way that's going to draw a lot of focus on what took place in 2001 with the COVID. Well, this here is going to be a little something different. I have no idea of how the heaven is really going to release it to the earth and how the earth is going to take it from there, and how they're going to bring it out. A lot of us thinking that the earth has the power and authority, and the Father has released to me that it's okay to let people continue to think that the power is from the earth and not from the kingdom, not from the heaven, because I myself have mentioned that to the Father about how people really think that it's time to be in la la land. It's time to really be focused on the things that uh, uh, is after this old wicked and evil life, and just focus therein. And I myself seems to I'm paying attention to. It's just amazing how when I'm online, everybody sends their dogs out, but that's okay. I'm a press on. But I will say to you all that what we are about to experience, you're going to experience the scorpions in the form of some sort of pestilence or some sort of uh, disease. As once man get a hold of it, then you're going to see exactly what it is, because what a lot of you all, like I said earlier, a lot of you all don't focus on the fact that heaven calls the punches, not the earth. We pretty much want to think that we are just the earth is la la land and we just down here just having us and it's okay for people to think that way, because I feel that, and I thank the Father for the spirit that He has invested in me to be able to feel the mindsets that's out there and the spirits that's out there. And when He said try the spirit by the spirit, He's not telling you that the spirit has to be present. You see, the spirit don't have to be present in my face. I can feel the spirits, and I can discern the spirits, that they are not spirits that's really trying or really have a deepness of wanting and desiring to really in this day and time focus on the things which are spiritual. So Sister Deborah is going to try to really work on cutting down her videos and just coming out in the early morning and giving you what the Father has given me. He began to tell me about the scorpions and how the world is going to take it and run with it, but He is releasing it from the kingdom to come to play, play, meaning it's they have to wait until He bring it down, and then they take it from there, and the earth takes it from when the heavens drops it down. That's why this angel that comes down with the keys to the bottomless pit, and then all of a sudden you see something come up out of the bottomless pit, and that is coming to the what? The earth. Now the world has to take it and make it come forth as the prophecy in full force, according to what? where the heavens has already orchestrated it. You don't know those things in the natural. These things are things in which the Spirit teaches you. The Ruach Himself teaches you. And these are also what they call mysteries. People would never think that the world is not doing something to you that the heavens have not assigned them to. But that's because people are their mind. See, when they don't understand, your body and your mouth and your mind thinks one way, even your heart and your flesh, it thinks one way. And when you have the Spirit, you think totally different in your thoughts. You see, you see things different. So where we're at today is just that people are just where they at and where they going to be and where they going to be come time when the judgment has turned up to 100 degrees. They're going to be right where they at today, still trying to find something to give them some sort of information to let them know or to give them the upper hand and a warning that they would never take. That's the deepness of it. What happens when YouTube closes down? What do you have within your spirit? What do your flesh now have? Now your flesh gonna go cuckoo clock to the highest degree. Why? Because it has nothing to play la la land in. So now it's having to suffer the prophecies. Why? Because all the time when you should be packing your book bag, putting the spiritual things in, but you can't. Going back to like the father say, Deborah, if I don't give them the book bag, they don't have a book bag to put anything in. If I don't give them the keys, Deborah, they don't have the keys to open up the door. See, a lot of people throughout 15 billion is really taking on the things of the world in a way that they think that they are set, they're comfortable. This gonna work on my behalf. Or this is, and that's just like the heathens. I look at the Europeans right now today and how, and it's just something to it. And the father, I got to ask him, what is this that they are going toward the biblical prophecies more than any other nationality? Why is the heathens? Why is the Europeans? Why are they going toward the prophecies of the Most High Yah more than any others? Why is it? Why are they speaking on the prophecies? Why are they are expounding on the prophecies, you guys? Now, this is the thing about it. They're getting it from their standpoint of view. And I still think it's worth it because you getting some truth of what is about to happen. And I'm sitting here watching these Europeans uh, 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 sit here and put these pieces together. And I'm like saying, how do they know? He said, Deborah, they putting the pieces together to where every other nation, a nationality, especially the house of Israel, over here killing and destroying each other. But then these heathens are putting the pieces together and watching a nation, a tribe, destroy its own tribe and don't see nothing wrong with it and don't even see that that's what they're doing. Don't care. Don't have because somewhere somebody done told people that 10%, between that 10 and 8%, they're being told that he's coming to get you. Out of the tribe of Judah, there's 10 to 8% that really believe it's them and the house of Israel is getting up out of here. But why if you are the ones that's leaving, why is there strangers connected? Where is the body of Hamashiach? You think they're gonna be left here in the land of in the land of the United Snakes? Come on now. See, that's what I'm saying. They don't think that far ahead. It's just like gaining. You see the gain leaders. They stick to the gain. They don't care what the system is, what the law is, what their family is, what their closest community is, they stick to the code of the game. When that's how Judah is. Judah sticks to the code of what their men say, and they don't come up out of that code. That's just Judah. Now that is not Judah that's not uh, aware that he is Judah. That is Judah who's aware that he's Judah, and think that, and think the worst of the worst. See, Judah didn't know that he was supposed to go and make the difference in all the other 12 tribes. Instead, he sat off to be the worst of the worst in his 12 tribes. See, they were supposed to be the one that go to the other tribes of Israel and make a difference. But what they did is they did the opposite. 100% different turn from what they should have done and what they are doing and have done and shall continue to do. So here we are. I hear these Europeans on YouTube. They're communicating with each other from a distance, informing, sending codes to one another regarding what is taking place. So when I was wondering why they telling me how much weapons they got and how they ready and all, it's because they are ready. They ready in a way that they see that the United States is going, and they're ready based on the prophecy. Can they beat the prophecy? Are they gonna win over the prophecy? No, and will admit to it. That's another thing about the Europeans. They admit they know we're not gonna win. There's too much power on the earth over us, but we're going to fight until we die. And then you got Judith over here finding room to say and talk and discuss and meditate and speak about things that's wicked and evil among their own tribe. Then you got 90% of Judah could care less that he is Judah, could care less that he is Israel. You see how messed up that is? To where I was like, Father, how is these heathens knowing the truth? And Judah don't know nothing. This is, the Father says, Deborah, this has nothing to do with him. This is a mindset that he has been dealing with since the beginning of time. A people of stiff necked rebellion, disobedient. You see? And he was showing me last night when I was listening. I said, this is crazy. How is it they searching and finding out information, but Judith is over here finding out evil and wicked and hate? I just, and I know what you say, oh, we ain't doing it. Yeah, I don't care about what you saying. He saw you from the beginning. That's why he's bringing your wicked and evil to the light, to the fullness. And guess what he's doing on the earth? He's judging that mess. He's judging it. And as you see all these things happening in the nation, in the tribe of Judah, it's the judgment of the Most High Yah. They said he would visit the house first and judge the house first. We don't consider that. Now, these things in which is coming out onto the earth, it's going to be hitting hard, you guys. Hitting hard. When I hear the Europeans speak on this, they speak on, oh, there's another virus coming, or and they are. They speaking on it big time. But you got the tribe of Judah in the house of Israel stuck on stupid. It just amazed me how they shoes is on backwards. And yes, Deuteronomy did warn me that until they are destroyed. So it's not something in Deuteronomy, it's nothing telling you that they're going to wake up to an understanding and they're going to wake up to know who they are. They're going to wake up to this, and become positive. No. Judah is going to be that same stiff neck rebellion and disobedient, that whoremongering that's out here doing what they're doing today, making everything wrong right. in the eyes of their men. You see? So I say unto you, that is a dangerous place to be in this day and time, but it's all well. Heaven knew about it. Heaven knew why he said the judgment starts with the house. He knew what he was saying. But the house is not the small remnant. The house is not the saints. The house is not the spiritual Israel. The house is the house of Israel, including Judah, and letting you know that Yah is judging you and you walking around here judging everybody else outside of looking within yourself and seeing your ugliness and how that same ugliness that you see within yourself is the same ugliness that you have your forefathers had within them, but yours today are greater. So he was explaining that to me about what is about to come upon uh, the earth. And somewhere along the line, I believe it's here, but when he said come upon is where I am able to see it. There it is. That's what he was talking about. You so I thank the Father for giving me a warning when he didn't have to. But that's just what you call a true father when a daughter or a son is going out somewhere and he said, be careful, cause this. See, that's just what a true parent, a true father would warn his daughter or his son. And we were to mimic the way the Father is to us from the heaven and be that way to our children. But Judith found no love and compassion and mercy and kindness and support and how would I say it, anything for their children. They just left them out there and never returned. Just think if the Heavenly Father was like that. He never left us out without that stretched out arm, that stretched out hand unto us. He turned his back from us, but yet he was with us. Because if he was not with us, where would we be today? You see what I'm saying? So it's not like the way the natural fathers have portrayed as fathers to their children. A lot of us want to give this flesh all the glory and all the praise. But women and men, we need to stop giving one another all glory and all praise. Okay? Stop making women better and stop making men better. And I know the tribe of Judah men ain't nowhere near even 1% of making their women better. But women has a tendency of trying to put them up as kings, leaders, and rulers. Why? Because it's mentioned since the beginning of time. We are a nation that always wanted an idol God. So we always wanted to make our God what we wanted to make it. We always wanted to build on our God the way we wanted to build on our God. We wanted to dress him. We wanted to make him look like what we wanted him to look like and to be. So today we are not building the idol God in a way that is stone and wood. We're building it an idol God as a man. And that's where we have failed and don't care. Okay. So I will say that I talked about the Europeans and how they're speaking of truth. Oh, I got to say this before I get off. Now, when I heard the Europeans, when I heard them talk about the migrants, first, there were it's supposed to be 35 million migrants, immigrants or migrants that has been let loose over here. And then they're saying they're trying to get 50 more million, 50 million migrants before the end of this year into the country. That makes a lot of sense because they want to get them in doing uh, buying position. They know already that this is a world, uh, around the world plan. This is not a United States plan. This is around the world on the four corners plan, is to bring them into oneness. And it's also the plan of the prophecy that's in Revelation 18. You see how Yah drops it down, they pick it up and run with it. That's what the Father wanted me to know this morning. He said he drops it down from the kingdom. They pick it up and do it in a way that fulfilled what he brought down. Woo-wee, woo-wee. Thank you, Father Yah, because it leads you to understand this is why you have nothing to fear. Because when you have this type of Father, this type of creator that sits on the throne, that warns you what's on the left, what's on the right, what's coming, what's down, what's up. That's what you call a true father. A true father that warns his child. Do we have to? No. But it's almost like you're a servant that put out the word. So therefore, the whole world, whether it hear me or not, it doesn't matter. I am the token that he's called to drop it on the earth and let the wind take it to the four corners, in which it shall and will go, never to return back to me because it's in me. I was the first place it was dropped. And that's why I say unto you that he's not coming to rescue you in any and everything that you think that if you get in, or if situation you going to be in and that you are in, he sent his servant to be there for a reason that's in this day and time. And people take what Yah has placed amongst them lightly, worthless, but it matches how it has always been. It always been this way when the prophet comes. I was just reading how Jeremiah, out of all the prophets, suffered the most. Judah king tormented and killed him. Judah king. You see what I'm saying? And they said Jeremiah suffered as a prophet the most, tormented. I'm telling you all, that was Jeremiah. That's why I like coming out of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, because all of them was murdered. And then when I get in here and I try to search uh, another one saying, when, okay, what happened to him? Oh, we can't, it's not stated what happened to him. Wait a minute. You only have certain ones when you know that they did a great work back in the days. That's why I said this book is not the word, because they have taken so much out of it that would help you in this day and time. But it still is rumbling and going according to what the Father has said. So I'm listening to these Europeans and they talking about all these migrants coming in and they done figured it out, y'all. I said, tomorrow I'm going to get up and do a video. They figured it out. Mm, 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 mm. Judy run around here and acting a fool. And the women acting a fool with the men. Trying to make them kings, leader, and ruler over what? Nothing on this earth is worth being no king, leader, and ruler over. All this trash, all this wicked, all this evil. Oh, I forgot. They can be rulers over evil and wicked and abomination and adultery and fornication and polygamy and all this mess that they getting caught up in. That's what they want to be ruler and king over. That's what they want to be leaders over. But when I saw that, I said, but Father, how can the Europeans get it and Israel don't? How can that be? The Father has showed me that Israel don't get it because of their stiff neck, their rebellion and disobedience. They're wicked and evil, and their iniquity that's so embedded in them. They cannot see. They cannot hear. That's why he's coming for only that remnant. That remnant is the spiritual Israel going to a spiritual promised land like no other. Josh took fulfilled the promise to the flesh Israel by taking the children to the promised land. They made it. It's just what they did when they got over there that you all don't want to teach and preach and inform people of how ugly a people really were back in them days. Oh no, y'all don't want to do that because you don't want nobody to know how ugly you really are. But Sister Deborah, you come to this page, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. My mission is to come in the midst of Judah. Now, as I was watching these heathens, Gentiles, as I was watching them, they're traveling all over the world trying to get information for them to understand and put this thing up. And then I wanted to really, really, I did, y'all. I wanted to feel sad for them, but it was nothing in me that would even allow me. Don't forget, I'm flesh too now. It wouldn't even allow me to feel sad for them because they got it, y'all. The Europeans got it. What they're saying is something is going on with the United Snakes. The United Snakes have sold us over. The United Snakes is trying to destroy us from within. And I sit back and I said, but Father, how many times have I told Judith this? And they go in one of their ear and out the next. How many times? I think I made at least 15 videos on the fact of what this man has said. And I'm like saying, well, how is he knows this? The United States has already sold this country to the highest, no, to the owner in which own it because of the death that they're in. They paid the price for the land, this country. That's why. But they sitting on here and they talking. I said, Father, but how can they be able to get on here and say whatever they want? But soon as Sister Deborah get on here, they limit it and they'll put me off and they'll do this and they'll do that. And he said, because this is what it's meant to be. They're spreading it to their people. And they're doing it so professional to me. I think it's professional because when they're doing that study on uh that thing that they was giving people, they did a deep study and they broke the code, child. They broke it. You all, Judith, could care less. And guess what? 80% of Judith then took the shot. You see what I'm saying? But they don't understand what is going on in their body. They could care less. They don't hear that the science and the doctors have gave up all of their credentials and decided to go into a study. I think it's like 5,000 or more of them. And they did they study. They went with those who are embalm, funeral home directors, the embalmers, all kind of scientists and doctors. They just gave up everything to find out how and why United States is getting away with this. With this here this thing that they found out that there's a DNA. And I told y'all. And I'm like saying, Father, but when I'm on this devil platform, it feels like a brick wall. He said, Deborah, think back when you took your daughter to college. Didn't I tell you about that brick wall? You got to learn to go around it and keep it going. Don't stand here and continue to think that you're giving something to the brick wall because you're not. So what if feelings are hurt, emotions are hurt? Those that are of the spirit, they will remain. Those that are not of the spirit, they're going to take off and go be seated in another platform and let them do that. Let them do as they please because it's already in them. They were already born to go in the direction in which they have gone and they shall go. So know that and remember, heavens has already orchestrated it from the beginning. It has nothing to do with you. Thank you, Father, Yah. Thank you. But what they were saying is the United States is destroying their people within. I done made 15 or more videos explaining to you all this country is not going to be bombed by this, did. That might be the last end game, the last touchdown, but it's destroyed from within. The war is within. They speak of, and you hear all these tribe of Judah on here talking about the World War III. Baby, you sicker than sick. Because if you have not read, because you have not sat under the Ruach to know that what is about to happen to this land, this country, goes beyond World, World War III. I say 10 times greater than that. No, I say 20 times greater because things you have not heard nor have you seen is right before you. And everybody is playing, using the blind eye and playing dumb out here in the tribe of Judah in the house of Israel. Let me tell you again, your butt ain't going nowhere but where you at. You're going to go down with the ship. So you continue to look at Deborah stupid and cockeyed if you want to. You continue here to think that, oh, she's always negative. Oh, she always saying this. I didn't come here for you. I came here for him. You didn't send me from there. He did. So why am I trying to touch base with your flesh? Why am I trying to deal with your move swings and your feelings and your personality and your emotions? That's your flesh. If y'all say he don't deal with your flesh, what makes you think I'm here to deal with your flesh? You see? Make it make sense if you can. So what he did is these men, they was on there last night and they was talking, and this wasn't just last night. This was a what was it, almost a week ago. This is like the second time I heard it last night. And to hear these Europeans tell the truth. But guess what? They got it the way it is on the earth. Sister Deborah got it the way it is on the earth. But I didn't get it from the earth first. I got it from the kingdom first. And I got it for 100% on the earth. And when I hear them speak it like it is on the earth, it blows my mind. I'm not like, did you get that to them? How did they know that? How did they get it? You see, that's what I be trying to figure out. How is it the heathens and the Gentiles and the Europeans, how is it they getting it? In the house of Israel stuck on stone cold stupid. I don't get it. But I do get that Yah has not been dealing with these other nations, these Europeans, these Gentiles, and these heathen. So they're getting it. Yah has not been dealing with them, but he has been dealing with Judah. And for so long is he tired. Not tired as, oh, I'm so tired. According to the will, it's time to end that part of Judah, just like he left the other ones in the wilderness, just like Moses killed 3,000 and something, not even including the women and children. Yes, they did. Who's on y'all side? Oh, you not? Bam, kill them, take them off. See, y'all don't understand. This is the right hand that controls all things. He been doing things this way. So I say unto you all, when I heard this European last night said, and this is like the second time I didn't heard it, when he went on to saying that he see that they're destroying United States. He said United States, but I said United States from within. From within are they destroying it? And I'm like saying, he knows. They know. And this man, I looked at him and I said, look at him. And all I could see was him as a little child, his little thin lips and his head. And I said, all I saw him was like a little child. Let me tell you why. I saw him as an innocent little child that's going to pay the penalty for how they upheld everything their forefathers did in its wickedness. You see? Now this is the punishment. This is the end game for you. Okay? Taste that. Taste that. And they are feeling it. So now it makes more sense why they, when I communicate with white men, why they're talking about how they so prepared, how but they honestly, you know what they say? We know we're not going to win. And when I heard somebody say that, I'm going to tell you, Judith, you better be careful out here. You better be careful because they're not in it to win. Hear me, Judith. They're not in it to win. They ain't got nothing to lose and they're not in it to win. That's dangerous. They're not in it to win. So Judah gonna continue destroying its own tribe within. That's who killed Jeremiah. Judah. You see? They're going to keep destroying within. And they gonna get destroyed while they're destroying their own nation. The nations about them is going to destroy them. That's what Isaiah 3 and 25 is talking about. That's why there's seven women left over. When they see a man, they know that that man is called holy, and they want the name holy that now he has. And y'all tell him, you too are now holy. Why? Because I purged you by the fire, women. He's talking to them from the wilderness, not from the wilderness, from Mount Zion, y'all. He's talking to them in Isaiah verse 4 from the level of Mount Zion. So all this seven to women to one man, that is not going to be taking place. Why? Because he's going to raise David armies that died in the battlefield and bring them to the promised land. That's men of war. So I say unto you all, it's never going to be the way you really want it to be, because these men have told you so much, and these women on these devil platforms have given you all so much for the last 20 years to where you can't even tell. You don't know the difference from the color white and black. You don't know the difference between anything. But I will say, I felt sad for that man, and let me tell y'all why. And then you might say, well, Deborah, why do you have more sympathy for them? Because I look at me and you all, Judith, and how we have wronged the Father. These people have not wronged the Father. They have not profaned his name or disrespect him, dishonor him. He has not been working with them on the inside and on the outside. How many battles do you think he's won for them? None. Do y'all understand? Y'all have fought every battle for Israel from the beginning even to today. Yah always fought the battle. Like a lot of people look at David. Oh, David defeated the giant. David put that rock. Get back into the spiritual realm. See, this is why I say that it's sad that Judas said he's awakening. The reality of David taking that stone wasn't that David was so the youngest. He was a young teenager. He killed the giant. Come on, y'all, give the Father the glory. Give him his right hand power. You know David didn't do that. Only one could have done that is Yah. Why? Because from the beginning, Yah have told Israel and Judah, I was defeated your battles for you. They thought Moses brought them out of the promised land. The right hand power of the Father did that. We reject the power. For some reason or another, we have rejected even to the year 2024. But we give this power to the flesh of men and women in our tribe, and they have done nothing for us. You know how they said voting don't mean nothing because Trump nor Biden has done anything from us. Or Biden, what's his name? Obama never done anything for us people. We ain't done nothing for ourselves. Women, men have not looked at men and see what have you done for your own tribe, that you can say this president should have done something for us, or Biden didn't do nothing for us, Trump didn't do nothing for us. What have you done for yourself? Nothing. But degrade your women, not take care of your children, not provide for them, not train them up in the way they should go. Why would y'all make that choice for the woman to train them up when he can't brought the children out of the bowels of a man? The seed come from the man, but so the man give it to the woman, and woman left with it to train him up. No, he was always talking to the men. I didn't taught that. It doesn't matter where we are at in the year of 2024, going into June, year 2024. It's not here, and I'm not here to change your way of seeing things or understanding and feelings and emotions and all that's in your flesh. I'm here to give people food to put in their backpack, and if their backpack is a spiritual backpack, and it's for those who already have the ruach in them, that have words to be able to speak with power that rests within them, and then they don't have to be afraid to say anything because their backpack is loaded with spiritual treasures. I turned around and heard, was that a young lady? That was a young man was talking about you better have some spiritual things in your book bag. When he was saying, I said, did he come to my page? Did he get that from my page? You see what I'm saying? Let me get back to what they were saying about Babylon. They didn't say, they said the United States is going to be destroyed. And they say that these migrants, we thought that a couple of years ago when they started it, we thought that it was for the voting thing. We thought that they was coming here to make them able to vote. And this is what they say. Now we know that that's not the reason. You see how they come to the conclusion of the reality of the truth? You see? You see? I don't, and I know, I do know. And I'm going to have to repent. I'm going to have to go before Father and repent because things I be saying to you all, I already know the answer. And I would say, I don't understand. I don't know. I need to stop saying that. I need to stop speaking that to a people who not getting it anyway. So don't say that you don't know, Deborah. Don't say that you don't understand because you fully understand because he is greater in you to give you that understanding, to give you the wisdom and knowledge of what is actually taking place. So these Gentiles, now these Europeans now have come to the knowledge that this is not about voting. This is not about politics. These people are coming to destroy and fight against and end the war that's going to take place in the United States. Praise the mighty Yah. They got it. They got it. Finally, they got it. That is exactly what they're doing. That's what they're there for. I try to explain that. Now, this is what happened. As I was watching them, and I don't know if you all saw it. I think it's on like 5 different pages on YouTube where you see this man. He looked like to me, he looked strange, a white guy. He is so angry, y'all. He is so angry. He come from another country, and he said that they asked him, when, how did you get over? He said, we paid the Cortez. So the United is pay got the Cortez, making sure they can get them over here. But when they have them, the United States pays the Cortez, and then the people who coming over have to pay them again. And guess how much he said he paid? He told them, I paid them $10,000. He wasn't saying it in a happy way. He was saying that's how I got to the United States of America. He didn't call them snakes, but I called it that. Is I paid 10,000. Y'all look at the YouTube. He's saying it. He's telling them, and you can tell he's not from this country because he don't even speak the language. But that's what when they interview him, look on there. He said he paid the Cortez 10,000 to make sure he got over here to the United States. You see what I'm saying? But one sign he left. Mm, 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 mm. This man looked like a European, but I'm gonna tell you one sign he left. He do not like it. He do not like it, child, and that's why I said, "Oof, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills." Mm, 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 mm. And that's because something so much wicked power is behind this, and there's only so much that I could say because I'm still feeling like I'm talking to a brick wall. Mm, 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 mm. This man said, mm. And this is why he went viral, and this is why you see him all on YouTube. He said, they asked him, well, how much did you pay the Cortez? First, they asked him, did you have to pay? He said, yeah, yeah. And they said, how much did you pay? $10,000 just to get over here through the borders. They guaranteed him. But the point was, they didn't guarantee him that he's going to get over alive. That's one thing. Then he also wanted me to say, not me to say, but I'm going to say what he said. He says, people in America do not understand that people who are coming over to America, you don't know who these people are. This man is actually telling you these people are not good people. Now he didn't pay 10,000. He's telling you the United States, and this man is not grinning, he's not lying, he's not laughing, he's not playing. He's saying it in his language, and they putting it up there so we can hear what he's saying. He didn't put nationwide in CNN, CBS, all of them got this man on here telling this whole country that the people they got coming in is dangerous. These are you don't know who you bringing in. Then I sit back and I say, Revelation 18, verse 2. I know. I taught it another 15, 20, maybe more than that videos telling you Revelation chapter 2 is the migrants and those that are immigrants, all of them are coming over because he said this is going to be United States has to be the habitation of devils. So they got to get all the country's people they don't want over to this land. And this country here acting a fool within itself with all this racist and discriminating against blacks. And we are the ones that they're gonna need, and we're gonna need them. Not we, you all gonna need them. They gonna need you, and you gonna need them. But it ain't gonna like y'all gonna get out on time or get out or anything, cause y'all gonna go down with the ship. But until you go down with the ship, you're gonna need each other. But look how you're treating. Look how they still treating the melanated people. Look how they still treating worse than they ever. It's just that they not and yes, they are hanging you on trees. You just too ignorant to see how many missing children and missing men or men that's being killed. And who allow sundown towns in a land that's supposed to be the free? Our men have not fought for nothing of their people. Judah has never fought for his people. But then they want Obama to fight for them. They want Biden to be on their side. They want Trump to be on their side. And they have never been on their own side. I sit back and look at the schools that they close in the community. And these are the things that they have. Our neighborhood, that's because of the men, y'all. Our schools, the men. Everything is about our men running around here today, telling you they kings, leader, and rulers, and we the leader, we the head, we the this, we the that. We built this country. You's a lie. You didn't keep your kids' schools open. You didn't keep your community together. You didn't keep your household fed. You didn't keep a roof over your household. You ain't done nothing. Pull up on Deuteronomy 28 where it says you're going to run out and leave everything and not even give food to your children. Stop that lying. See, they going to lie all the way to the grave. When it's war here in this country, them Negroes going to still be lying to you. So I just think back at what I was talking about. This man, he was so hurt. He wanted the whole world to hear what he had to say in his language. And he was saying, he had said it because they made sure they had interpreted. And he was saying, y'all, United States don't understand who they letting across this border. These people are dangerous. And he was so this one individual who was on there, he was talking about how the United States is killing and destroying from within. I said, I made so many videos about that. It went in one ear and out the next one. Let me tell y'all, when I say a brick wall, I mean a brick wall, y'all. I'm a brick wall. I'm speaking to a brick wall. Back in, let me see what time I have. I can give that short testimony. Back when I was taking my daughter to college, she went to college at 15. She went to Georgia Southern University. And me and my husband, we was taking her to college. And on our way back, within a flash, like it was like a whole message has been given to me. Like, and then he was like, "You look like you in a daze." I said, "I am. I can't believe this here. I just can't believe that he just gave me a revelation within a vision that quick." And he said, "Well, what was he saying?" And I told him that he told me that about a brick wall, that I was in a race and I was running in the lane. And I was running in the lane, and not only was I running in the lane, I was actually in the lane running and winning. And I was going so fast, and as I was running, I saw way on down the line In my lane, I saw a brick wall, and the brick wall was higher. You know, it wasn't a brick wall that was like right here or lower. It was higher above me, and the brick wall just went straight up in my lane. So I'm running as fast, and all of a sudden, I run into the brick wall, and the Father began to speak to me. I looked down at my knees, and they were busted. And he said unto me, Deborah, why did you run into that brick wall? Didn't you see it? Yeah, but why is it in my lane? That's what I said. Why is it in my lane? I was running, I was winning. Who put the brick wall in my lane? That's what I started to say. He said, Deborah, 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 you saw this brick wall at a distance. Praise the mighty Yah. And you ran until you ran into it. You see this brick wall, Deborah? A brick wall don't move, Deborah. A brick wall don't look, it don't speak, it don't react, it don't have feelings. A brick wall is just there, and it's hard. You run into it, you hurt yourself. You don't hurt the brick wall. An instant with a quicken. He wanted me to understand that who is my husband is a brick wall. You've known him already 16, 17 years. He's a brick wall. It's nothing you can say. It's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can change. It's nothing you can work with. It's nothing you can do. He's who he is. He's a brick wall. Stop fussing or trying to train him to understand who Yah is. Stop trying to get him to believe and to get it and to take care of his children and to spend time with his church. Stop running into the brick wall. The brick wall is not going to move for you. Did that brick wall move for you? No. But look down at your knees. You see how wounded you are? Now you got to heal, Deborah, and get up and get back into the race. Deborah, you don't have to run into the brick wall. The brick wall is not going to change. It's not going to move. It's not going to stand for anything. It don't want anything. It wants nothing but to stand there and live life just standing there, stone still. That's who your husband is. And no one gets hurt but you. So don't run into this brick wall. Deborah, if you got to climb on top of the brick wall to get to the other side, you do that. If you got to go to the left, run to the left to go around it. Deborah, if you got to go to the right, run to the right and go around this brick wall. But Deborah, don't run into that brick wall because the brick wall is not going to change. It's not going to be anything but what it has been and what it was sent from the earth to be. Okay? So when I gave it to my husband that was with me, we was coming back from taking my daughter to college, dropping her off. You know how you take your children to the college and go through the family programs and all of that, and taking her, and we didn't get loans or anything. We just took her to college, paid for her college, did everything, and left. We went to the classes and everything, and I never understood until I. This was my first time understanding that these Europeans never had what y'all thought they had. Money to send their kids to college, save to put their kids to college, to buy homes. Guess what they was doing? They were waiting for the day of college because when you have a college, they get to get up to something like 400,000 with no interest for the 4 years of while their children in college, scot free, and they don't have to start paying till the children graduate. See, y'all didn't know us. We didn't know nothing about all that. I sat there in that auditorium, and it was like probably 6 out of 500 parents. It was like six melanated, and we was sitting there looking like dumb. One was aware of all of it, but me sitting there, me and my husband and the other parent, we was sitting there looking like dumb fools because we was trying to figure out why these white people so excited. It was like heaven had fell down in the midst of them because they can get that 400 $1,000 loan with no interest for 4 years and don't have to pay on it until their children graduate 4 years after. 400 and they can get it from one bank to the other bank to the other bank. So what that do? If they got a house that they still owed 100,000, bam, switch it and use the college money to pay it off. Now you got your house. They can put all their bills onto one. See, they always knew how to do it. It always was within them. We give them too much uh, credit of having sense. They ain't got no sense. They just know how to get what they entitled to from their own kind. They don't give us that. They don't give us that entitlement. That's why we don't have that information, because we as a people don't believe in giving each other information to help one another. You see what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, let me get back to that brick wall. So 3 years later, I was in a vision again, just as that vision. But this vision was a little bit different. I'm speaking of the brick wall. I was running the race like unto the first one, and I was winning, and I was feeling good, y'all. I was feeling good, and all of a sudden, I could feel that I'm almost at the finish line and I'm winning. And I heard this voice say, "Deborah, look on your left side." I said, "No, I can't look. I'm winning." That's what I said, y'all. No, I can't look. I'm in this thing. I'm winning. I'm almost at the finish line. And he said it to me 3 times. "Deborah, look on your left." And I said, "I'm afraid if I look, I'm going to slow down or I'm going to fall. I got to keep running." And all of a sudden, somewhere or another, I found myself looking. I looked on that left side. And guess what? When I looked and I looked, and there was the brick wall way, way behind me. He said, "See, Deborah, you did it. You learned to go on top or around the brick wall to keep the race going." And that's how I feel today. And I have felt like that for some time. I'm going to keep running in the race in which Yah has called me. Even if it's just me and one more person running in this race, I'm going to run all the way. And it's what can a person do when he said, "I built you a lane"? Run in it, stay in it. That means stay in the spiritual lane. Don't go into the worldly lane, Deborah. Don't go into the fleshly lane. Let them have their moods and their feelings and their emotions, and let them get their tails over there. But don't go over there, Deborah. You got a lane. Say what you got to say. What I give you, say it. Stand on the mountaintop. Don't be tied up with the brick wall, because the brick wall, and you know what? I've seen it. I not only feel that way, I've seen it. I've seen it stand as a brick wall. I've seen it with my own natural eyes. I've seen it. Look at this fly. I can't see, mosquitoes are not coming because I put this oil on me that keeps away. They can't stand that smell, so they don't come nowhere near that smell. And it smells so good. But that's the brick wall. I still can take both of those visions, put them together, and use that today. Because last year he told me, "Deborah, you can use the brick wall." And I'm like, but that was 2 visions you gave me, and one represented my husband. He said, it is something you can use in life itself, because when you start to feel that you are doing something and it's not taking any type of positive or any type of effect, use that brick wall. And that's why when you hear me saying brick wall, I mean it. I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. And it's okay to talk to a brick wall. Why? Because you got a lane. You got a lane you got to stay in anyway. So talk to the brick wall, because when you finish talking to the brick wall, at least you got a lane. That brick wall is just standing right where they at, searching these websites, trying to get comfort and understanding of who they are, what they are to do, what they're to say, how they supposed to feel, not knowing that anything that you need is within if you have the Ruach. Any and everything you need. You don't need Sister Deborah. You don't need nobody. You need what greater, he that's greater that comes to live in you than he is in the world. And once he come to live in you, guess what? All of it makes sense. All of it makes sense. You'll go back and you'll say, "Well, Sister Deborah's not on here no more, but everything she say, it all makes sense now." You see, that's how it was when the Ruach came. The disciples couldn't remember nothing Yeshua taught them. They couldn't even remember the miracles and signs he done until what? The day of Pentecost in Acts when the Ruach came in them. And then it brought them all the memories and brought things back to remembering what Yeshua had said and the miracles and signs and wonders. That everything came back when what? The Holy Spirit, the Ruach, came to live within them that day of that of Acts. You see? So this is what I'm saying to you as well. When the spirit of the Ruach come in you, then you understand from A to Z what Sister Deborah is saying. We're not at A to Z. Y'all is. We're still stuck on A because we still in the flesh, still thinking and feeling and acting stupid. But the most powerful thing is, let me get off of here now. The most powerful thing is to me in this day and time is to stand here and behold the Europeans getting this thing. They're getting it. They're saying that it's coming. These people are coming to make war with us, and they are. And Judah is the pin needle in the land, and don't even understand it. Judah, you are the pin needle in the land. The Mexicans then outgrown you. The Europeans has always been more in number. Now these migrants, they're gonna choose up, and you best bet they are not gonna choose Judah. Matter of fact, they're gonna be given uh, slips to do away with Judah. hmm Judah don't know nothing about that, but they don't understand the judgment of the Most High Yah. See, they don't have no respect for the judgment of the Most High Yah on the whole house, just like they didn't have no respect for Deuteronomy 28. They switched everything he said into what they wanted to believe. So, I, Sister Deborah, we'll be back. I'm gonna have to cut it shorter than an hour. I'm gonna have to bring it shorter than an hour. But I hope that you got something out of it. And again, the Father told me in the water this morning when I was washing my face that the scorpions are coming out. So what the world does with it, we will and we shall see. So I, Sister Deborah, say to you, Shalom and Shalom.